everybody, this is Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying some products that I haven't used for a while and also some new products because I've had to purge things that have simply expired. I also splurged out of, first world problem here, necessity, excuse me, Bobbi Brown's face base. I picked up the smallest jar because this is not an inexpensive product. The smaller jar was $25, but it has great reviews and I am having so much trouble under my eyes and between my eyebrows, especially around my 11s, just terrible. So I bought it specifically to try to prep those areas so that my foundation would have some chance of survival, so I don't have to throw everything out. I just haven't been able to wear the products I used to be able to wear just fine. Here I'm just basically doing my eyebrows and prepping my eyes for some eyeshadow. I am using the e.l.f. Bite Size quads here, as well as a Milani palette. I will list the products in particular in the description box. So my skin over the winter time was the worst it's ever been, and I just absolutely, I couldn't even hardly stand to even do a video because my skin looked so bad. I have started to nourish it. I've gotten some better skincare products. The Bobbi Brown was an extreme splurge for me. I really, outside of going and getting Botox or something, really need the help with my skin. So I am going to be reapplying today one of my favorite drugstore brands, which is the the CoverGirl plus Olay Simply Ageless, the pot foundation there, doe foot applicator for the camo concealer. Here is a swatch of the product for the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It is stiff. I rubbed it in a little bit, sort of moved it around. Not my favorite. I won't be buying it again. Initially, when I tried to put it on, I put it on my fingers and I warmed it up and then I tapped it. I had, not tried this at all before. It was a little bit stiff. It was only $4. I didn't, feel like it was a big risk, so I picked it up hoping that it's the e.l.f. Camo, by the way, the e.l.f. Camo. Doing a voiceover after I've already recorded is not easy because I have to track with the video, but I tried putting it on with my fingers. It didn't quite cover as well as I'd like it to. Then I went in and I added a little bit more and I tried to use a brush and then my fingers and just tried to keep it warm. I had to use quite a bit. It didn't, I don't know if it was the product itself or probably the Bobbi Brown face base helped a lot, but I finally got it to where, it was sitting under my eye, pretty okay. Here I'm just going to do a little bit of a contour around my face before I start applying the CoverGirl plus Olay Simply Ageless. The CoverGirl plus Olay Simply Ageless, when I first bought it, I just absolutely loved it. I did several videos, when I used it, and I actually went back and reviewed some of those videos, and I can see the difference in how it sat on my skin when I got it several months ago versus now. These products do have an expiration date. I don't know exactly how long the shelf life is for cosmetics. In particular, this Wonder Stick, excuse me, this Wonder Stick that I'm using here to contour my face, this NYX Wonder Stick, I've had it for almost 2 years and it is going strong. I'm not having any problem with it at all. So I just don't know. It's basically trial and error. I also just turned 60 and it seems like I've had a little bit more trouble with my skin. I had run out of some serums that were really keeping my skin in good condition. I've been able to pick some serums up again, so that is helping. All right, so the areas that I'm pointing to here are my trouble spots for sure. So I am picking this CoverGirl plus Olay Simply Ageless. foundation. This is in the shade light medium, light medium. And I am applying it with a BS Mall flat foundation brush. It's a dense brush, and I like it for foundation. It seems like I went over my face quite a bit here, and I can't really remember the reason why. I think I was just trying to get some good coverage. Also, I had, contoured my face. But as I was applying it at this moment, it was going on really well. The last time I tried to wear this, I could tell immediately that it gathered right there between my eyebrows, and it looked so bad but this time it did not. Obviously, my skin is improved. Could be the face base. I'm not 100% sure. It's also not winter. Whatever. I just know I could not use this foundation. Today, it looks like I was having a little easier time. I'm noticing that it is absolutely not gathering in those common areas that I was speaking of earlier. I'm going to go ahead and add some NYX Butter Gloss here in the shade Madeline. Just a little lip refresher there. Love that stuff. And then I took a clean dense oval brush, foundation brush, and I just sort of went over my skin, and just instead of powdering it, I just picked up maybe a little extra foundation that I might have just been a little too heavy-handed. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. It is a very, very thick, creamy under eye concealer. I warmed it up to use just a little bit, but I was really trying to cover up that peach color corrector. Now I am headed in with some powder. This is the Butter Dream Team palette. This is the only powder that I have right now. Not a big fan of it. I don't have any other powder to use besides this, obviously. So it'll just have to do me for now. Just used a little bit. I grabbed this beautiful IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores bronzer in the shade Beach with a round BS Mall powder brush. Absolutely love this bronzer. It's absolutely beautiful. I picked up the Dusty Rose Camo Liquid Foundation, and I just applied it onto my hand, and then picked it up with a brush and just sort of swept it over my face. Added a little bit more for a little more pigment. A lot of times I'll add the e.l.f. Halo filter to, sort of make it a little more creamy, but I didn't do that today. Just trying to just brighten up my face here a little bit. I can tell you at this point, I'm looking in the direct sunlight, and I'm pretty happy with the fact that it is not settling in those areas like it did. This is in the car a little bit later, about an hour later. Now I do have lines there. They're going to show up. This was about a 5-hour check-in. At this point, there was no point in even going in and looking at it again, because the makeup had worn off. It worn off under my eyes. It had just, failed. It was okay for a couple hours, and then it was just a fail. But it didn't sit in my lines and wrinkles. It just simply did not hold. So I think I'm probably going to have to throw this out and get a new one, should I decide to get a new one. So at least I know that about this particular makeup right now. I believe it's just expired. And we'll move on to the next item that I have that I'd like to try again before it goes in the trash. Anyways, thanks you guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.